about getting married. I think I'm nervous about the wedding and like how everything is going to come off and how it's all going to come together at the last minute, and everybody getting here and everybody having a good time. But
you don't think people are going to have a good time?
I think people will have a good time. I'm just worried about, it's a lot of people to make sure I have a good time.
Is it because you don't think people like you?
No. I think that there are going to be people here that I don't even know. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be fine. I think it's a lot of work to put on a wedding, and it's 300 people, and that's a lot of people.
Yeah, what are you the most nervous about when it comes to the actual marriage part with Mr. Neil?
I don't know that I'd say I'm nervous about marriage. I think that, I think having children is always something that, people can be...
Keep it running. It's all good.
I think having children is like makes me a little bit nervous, just because, I've obviously never done that before, and I think it's going to be a challenge, but I think it's, going to be a fun challenge, and we'll figure it out together.
What are you the most excited about?
I think I'm the most excited about kind of blending, creating a family and with blended traditions. I obviously have family traditions that go back generations, and so does Neil. And I think that it will be really fun and interesting to kind of figure out, what are we going to do for Diwali? What are we going to do for Christmas? What are the traditions that we're going to bring with us from our families and make as a family together going forward? And, I'm excited about being a part of the Indian community here in Atlanta. And really, I can't say enough about like how wonderful and like welcoming everybody has been. And, I told Neil, like, he's lucky to be part of like such a community, like, and there is such a sense of community of like the Indian Sindhi community in Atlanta. And that's something that, I've never had as like a white person like in Atlanta. So it's nice to have like people that aren't necessarily family but treat you like family and like will do anything for you. And, I'm excited to like learn more about him and the traditions that he's grown up with. And
wait, you're white? So question for you. Tell us something weird about Neil that nobody except you would know.
Something weird. Neil has
Yes, tell us that. Tell us the thing that you just almost didn't tell us.
Neil has a lot of eyebrows. We can't play this, but he, like, I pluck them every day, like here and here and here. And he asks me to pluck them pretty much every day.
That is hilarious. That's definitely exactly what we're looking for. So tell us something else. How you guys have, you bought a house together, right?
We did.
And how is that? How is owning a house with you? You guys already live together. It's pretty crazy. What's the most challenging thing in living with Neil?
Neil is like a pretty tidy person, so like I'm not like picking up after him or, like upset about him leaving stuff out. I think the biggest challenge has just been like, Neil had never like had a house before, so he like, when we first bought the house, like he wanted to have people over like every day, all the time, like, whenever, like all the time. And I just kind of wanted to settle in and like not have people over every night for dinner. And so we just had to kind of figure that out, like figure out like how are we going to run the house, like who's going to be invited and when, like, just how are we going to do things, like who's going to get groceries, like, what furniture are we going to buy, like how much are we going to pay for it. So, I think we finally figured all of that out, and like we're pretty comfortable.
So, yeah, let's assume it's like a Wednesday afternoon. You both are, or Wednesday evening, whenever you guys come back from work. Talk to us about a normal day behind closed doors.
A day in the life at the Wadwani house.
A day in the life of the Neil and Christina Wadwani house.
I think, I'll usually try to cook dinner like at least like 3 times a week. So, you know, any given day, like Neil might have a networking thing, or I might have a networking thing, or like he might be working late, or I might be working late. But like at least 3 days a week, like when I know that we're both gonna be here and be home, like I'll cook dinner. So I would say like on a Wednesday, like it might be that like, you know, I usually get home first. Like I'll cook dinner, Neil will get home. We'll eat dinner, and then Neil likes to watch World News Tonight with David Muir every single night, so we watch that. And then we'll watch like an episode of like 2020 or something and go to bed. So,
what are you the most excited about?
For the wedding or for life?
What are you the most excited about for your marriage?
I think I'm probably most excited about, you know, creating a family, having traditions, having, you know, a blended family of different traditions between, you know, celebrating Diwali, celebrating Christmas. I'm excited to create new traditions, and I think that's about it.
One more time.
What?
What are you the most excited about your marriage?
I think I'm probably most excited about starting a family and, you know, having traditions that we start together, and, you know, adopting traditions from Neil's family, adopting traditions from my family, celebrating Diwali and Christmas, and, you know, figuring out like how we're going to decorate in the house, and, you know, just creating a life together.